Howdy, DDK here, and today I'd like to talk about newcomers. It's not necessarily often in Magic and in music, especially hip hop, for a newcomer to come onto the scene and, for all intents and purposes, just dominate it. And so, in this episode of Melodic Mayhem, we are talking about one of those, or two of those newcomers, in the form of this dummy, no hate, but like this dummy, and Yeat. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard the phrase, I'm counting up money for fun, and no better phrase describes this commander and this artist. So, you all know what Tivit does. I'm not gonna explain it, but big 6/6 makes treasures and blues. What he represents and what the artist represents, Yeat, is the concept of an inevitability. They create so much value, whether this be in the form of actual permanence and actionable permanence in the game, in the form for Tivit, and then just in terms of content generation and memes and edits and all of these other things in the form for Yeat, that they just are a snowball that you have to address at some point or another. And so, in my weird autistic ADHD brain, they've kind of now become linked in a very weird way. He being this absolute monster newcomer who gravitates his style around having an extensive number of resources, and his origins are kind of a mystery, very similar to Tivit, in that Tivit, as a commander, no matter what, is gathering just all of these resources in the form of clues, in the form of treasures, that you just don't really know where he came from or who thought he was a good idea to print, because giving him War 3, that was just ridiculous. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a game designer, so don't look at me. But I didn't do this. So yeah, he is a very interesting commander, and as is he, a very interesting artist. So for their deck, I decided to take it a very different way than you're going to see a lot of Tivit lists, and I went Turbo Nas Tivit. Without time cedh. Now, you might be asking, that's stupid. No, that's not a question. You might be saying, that's stupid. Why would you go without time cedh? It's like the number one card in the deck. And it's simple. Why would I go for a card that can be Praetor's Grasp or extracted when I could just have a better deck overall and then just force people just to be like, oh, well, what do I take from it? I don't know. Because if a player is disciplined, which I guess cedh players aren't, they're always going to take what gets them the most value. And if you're not running that, then they won't take it. So they're less likely to target you. Or when they do target you for stuff like Opposition Agent, Extract, Praetor's Grasp, Sadistic Sacrament, or any type of thing like that, you will be the least affected by it. And so I think that's something that desperately is needed in cEDH, as opposed to just saying, oh, hey, I'll extract you, I'll Praetor's Grasp you, get your Thoughts as Oracle, win on my turn. And so I went for a deck build that focuses around that. There's still going to be some of the same win cons, like your Demonic Consultations, your Tainted Packs, your Ad Nauseams. It is a Turbo Ad Nauseam PETA deck, so there's that. But for the most part, most of the deck is just utilizing the fact that Tivit is just a giant 6/6 that's super hard to block and avoid and get rid of. To just generate insane amounts of value that have to be addressed. We also have the sub-package of Angry Black Man combos, or what most people will refer to as Teferi Time Reveler combos with Displacic and loops and looping Tivit. But Teferi is just an Angry Black Man, especially more of the Spark, hence the nickname, Angry Black Man combos. Like how Witherbloom's combos are Bomberman combos. I don't know if everybody calls it, but I know I'm the first one to pen the phrase. So, regardless of that, he just presents a very interesting proposition. And so, for the rapper who came out of nowhere and is going to the beat of his own drum, a deck that follows suit in the form of Tivit. The deck's name is obviously going to be called Counting Up Money for Fun, and this has been Melodic Mayhems. I am your host, VDK. Have a good night, y'all.